Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is December 12th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the S&P 500, that's SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's take a look at these charts and see what's going on here. We kind of got what I kind of expected this week, a little bit of a down week, and that's okay. Again, you based on your trading plans and your trading strategies, I hope you were prepared for that and all, and did what was necessary. I kind of did, but it's never really enough when the market is dropping to make up for the losses that you're having in your account, the little pullbacks. I never do enough, put it that way. I'll just put it like that. But as we can see, we're still green here on this quarterly chart. We're still above an R2, yearly R2. So we're still looking pretty bullish and all at this time. But let's go ahead and go down to the monthly chart and see what we see on the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, on the spot, we are still green. We have pulled back. Well, last month we had closed just below this R1 and all, and we're still below that R1, but we got an inverted hammer at this time. Again, this market wants to go up. It wants to break that high, but it's definitely struggling. We are still above the 9-10 moving average, which is this blue line right here. So again, we are still technically we're in a bull market, but we are getting some selling pressure. That's what this wick up here is all about on this candle right here. That's a little selling pressure, meaning this market is being pushed down. It's having a hard time going higher at this time. It could go sideways a little bit until the end of the month and maybe break that all-time high just before the end of the year, and if it's going to break it at all. But that's what I see there. Let's go ahead and go down to this weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, again, like last week I was saying, we were at a top. We're at a top. I don't like when we get a top. When you're at a top, this is when you start getting bearish. You start selling your call spreads. That's a bearish position. You start selling your calls. That's a bearish position. You can buy your puts if you want to. That's you're spending a little money with an expectation of the market dropping. That's a bearish position. You can do that. And there's tons of other ones out there, I'm sure, that you can actually do. But those are the most common ones that some of us simple traders do. And based on what I'm seeing here, yeah, it would have paid off a little bit. And the thing is, and you made a little bit of money. But I'm still being very cautious to see if this thing, how far is it going to drop, if it's going to drop at all. But we do have a bearish piercing pattern here at the top right now, meaning come next week, will we get any kind of confirmation of this thing coming down over here? I still don't expect it to go below this month. These are monthly pivots and all. I don't expect it to go below that level right there, but it could. Anything could happen. So you got to be patient, be careful, pay attention to your trading plans and your trading strategy, and just trade accordingly and all, and you should be just fine and all. But let's go ahead and go down to the daily chart and see what we see there and wrap this on up. On this daily chart, what I see here on this daily chart, like I said, a lot of this red week that we got here, it all happened again on a Friday. This one candle here wiped out everything that happened this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. This candle right here wiped it all out and all. So again, this market is still kind of like going sideways. It's still kind of in this little area right here. It's kind of broken it's kind of closed down here at these lows. The question is now, come next week, we will be opening below pivot, this line right here, and will we come down to a support 1? I do see a little bit of a gap over here, and we might want to come down and they might want to come down there and fill that gap, and we might get a bounce as low as off a support 2 level. But that's what I'll be looking out for. I'll be looking for this thing to roll over a little bit more, and then maybe not until after Christmas we get our roll up to the high and get those all-time highs. But right now we're definitely beginning to start a slide to the bottom, unless we're right now stuck in that range and that's the bottom, and we get a push back up come next week. We got to kind of like wait and see what's going to happen here. But that's it. That's all I really want to share at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.